Stuck my tiny arrow in your mouth whore. Acting like you never eaten Ming before. You filthy fucking whore. You used to spam me in your Twitch chat. Late night when you needed memes. Spam me in your Twitch chat. Late night when you needed memes. And now I know I have to sing. To see chat spamming great. Now I know I have to sing. To see chat spamming great. Great. These days all I do is wonder if you're spamming emotes for someone else. Wonder if your spam is danker with someone else. Linking things that keep on getting nasty for all the chat. You don't need no one else. You don't need nobody else. No. Now I'm all around. Why your spam so old? You was spam so gold. Be a good prep. You was in the zone. Yeah. You should just spam angry. Right now just spam angry. You used to spam me in your Twitch chat. Late night when you needed memes. Spam me in your Twitch chat. Late night when you needed memes. And now I know I have to sing. To see chat memory. Now I know I have to sing. To see chat spamming great. Mingri 2015.
John C. I'm in love with the John C. I got it for the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I got it for the John C. Turn up. I'm in love with the John C. Hit my plug, that's my John C. My amigo. Cause he got it for the John C. If you snitching, I go John C. Go crazy. Hit you with that 38. Niggas thinking that I'm John C. 50 deep, they like John C. No, please, no. Heard the fans taking photos. I know nothing but the John C. John C. I got John C. John C. I got John C. Whip it through the glass.
African American.
I'm blowing money fast.
African American.
I'm in love with the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I got it for the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I'm in love with the John C. I got it for the John C. Turn up. I'm in love with the John C. And his name is Coco.
Frankersy, 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 Frankersy. So more donations are just flying in here. Frankersy, 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 Wanted to put my money towards Bone Mom. Frankers, 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 Hashtag Bone Mom, LOL. Bone Mom, hail Satan.
Whoa.
What the Franker Z did you just say about me, you little Franker Z? This is for Bone Mom.
is really only a few years old. Smartphones were becoming popular in the US by 2003, 2004, and even earlier in Japan, but it wasn't really until 2007 when Apple released the iPhone that mobile apps became a thing. Now, it's hard to imagine life without them. They've fundamentally changed how we communicate with each other and how we interact with everything, from banks to newspapers to taxis to your neighborhood pizza joint. And they've created a whole new way to play games. Over the last decade, mobile gaming has grown into a huge market. Developers have embraced it, and mobile game popularity has exploded along with the new platforms. At first, writing games for phones or a tablet was much harder than for PCs or gaming consoles. The hardware was there, but gaming libraries and tools hadn't caught up. Today, all the pieces are there. Powerful hardware with stunning graphics and audio capabilities, tools and frameworks to enable fast, easy game development, widely accepted monetization options to support many different business models, and most importantly, a worldwide base of customers who love to play games on their mobile devices. It's an amazing time to learn game development.
Welcome to level 2. This level will go super fast if nothing goes wrong, and even if you have to do some troubleshooting, in under an hour you should have a LibGDX game up and running on both your desktop and your Android phone or tablet. We'll learn a little bit about the kind of complex structure of a LibGDX application, learning where to find the code that is shared between all the backends, and where to find the code that is specific to each backend. We'll also learn a bit about the tool that handles all of the compiling of code and processing of resources that goes into a LibGDX build. Then we'll build the Android and desktop versions of the app, and we'll call it a day. You'll be encountering a whole ton of new tools and programs in this level, and it might seem a bit like tool overload. While you could go ahead and read a book on every new tool you encounter, it'd be really hard to get anything done that way. So the best way to learn a tool is really just to start using it. And for my part, I'll do my best to contextualize every new tool we encounter so that they don't seem so mysterious. Getting stuff set up is always tricky, and software tends to change over time. We'll do our best to keep these instructions up to date, but if you come across a snag that we didn't anticipate, or if some important detail of one of these tools has changed since we recorded this, please let us know. You can get a hold of me in the course forums, or by using the Report an Issue button in the classroom.
The code for this course lives in a Git repository hosted on github.com. While you don't really need to know anything about either Git or GitHub for this course, I wanted to explain a bit so that Git doesn't seem like some scary black box. A Git repository, or repo, is just a folder full of stuff, usually code, as well as a history of snapshots of that code. These snapshots are known as commits. If this repository is sitting on a server somewhere, it becomes super easy for a bunch of people to all talk to the repository, potentially all making changes at the same time in such a way that no one steps on each other's toes with their changes. The very, very short version is that you clone a repository, you make some changes to your local files, you commit those files to your local repository, merge in any changes that anyone else has made in the meantime, and then push your version back up to the main repository. Git is what's called a version control system, And it makes creating software projects, like the code for this course, super, super easy. If you're interested in learning more, Udacity actually has a whole course on Git, which you can find at udacity.com/ud775, or by following the link down in the instructor notes. Bookmark it and check it out later. Git is a crazy useful tool. Anyway, at Udacity, we use a service called GitHub to host our Git repositories. The code we're going to share with you has actually been on GitHub the entire time we've been working on this course. It's just that we flipped a switch to make the repository public when the course went live. That also means that all the messy history from when this course was in development is still in there. Feel free to poke around and find all the embarrassing commit messages. Also, to you GitHub masters out there, if you find errors in the course code, pull requests are gratefully accepted. Let's go download the code for this course. It lives on github.com, so first we need to open up a browser. The address is github.com/udacity/ud405. So here we are, code supporting the free Udacity class 2D game development with LibGDX. Looks like we're in the right spot. Looks like there's a bunch of folders that are numbered and labeled either demo, exercise, solution. Okay, cool. If we scroll down here, we find a nice little README that says you can download this code using the gray download zip button on the right. If we actually scroll up a little bit to find that, here we go, download zip. All right, while that's downloading, let's have a look around. Looks like the README also says that instructions for importing and running these projects can be found in this directory. All right, let's have a look. If we check out the README down in this directory by scrolling down, see we have instructions for importing and running your first LibGDX project, description of the app architecture, instructions on installing Android Studio, and instructions on running the desktop and Android versions of the game. This seems suspiciously like what the rest of this lesson is about. Well, really, you can think of the course code as being the textbook for this course. People learn best in different sorts of ways. So if you want to listen to me talk about LibGDX, that's a great way to take this course. But if you'd rather just read instructions and play around with code, well, you could actually get pretty much everything I have to teach out of this course just by looking at the course code. So that's an option for you. Looks like our download is finished, so let's go extract that somewhere useful. So here we are in our downloads folder. We have the UD405 master zip, that's what we just downloaded. Let's move that to the desktop. And we'll go ahead and extract it. And you should see that same directory structure that you saw back on GitHub, just a bunch of numbered and labeled folders. All right, now that you've seen me do it, it's time for you to download the course code. Navigate to github.com/udacity/ud405 or follow the link in the instructor's notes. Download as a zip, or if you know what you're doing with Git and GitHub, you can just fork and clone it. Extract it somewhere useful, I recommend on the desktop, and when you finally see the contents, check off this box here too.